How's it going? I'll be happy to answer any questions I can.
Saw Richie and Nicholas kind of limp off the field a little bit. Any kind of a early update?
We'll look into it. We'll know something here in the next couple of days, but I don't have anything to report yet.
Was that part of the reason?
Would you like to answer the last couple of days and you think you got out of hand today a little bit?
I thought we had a great work today until the special teams, right at the end of the special teams period. I have no idea what that was, but that's enough of that crap. You know, it's not good for football. That's not good for anything. So that's the end of that. That's the end of that practice session.
2 days of workouts here. What'd you get out of that? What do you feel?
You know, we did. I thought we did a great job looking at some different players in different situations and different defenses and different offenses. And we had some guys really get some excellent experience against a very good football team. So it's all about experience. It's all about improving, and I think we accomplished those two things.
Getting the reps that you guys got these last couple of days, will that kind of change how you approach the preseason game in terms of who's going to play?
Probably will. You know, we're going to try to be smart and also try to keep on schedule in terms of our young players' development and this team's development. So we'll meet as a staff and determine who's up and who's out here in the next day or so.
John, what's the message to the team then when you have to call it off early because of what happened?
There's no message. You know, they know better. Everybody knows better. And again, it wasn't everybody fighting. It'll be on TV. You'll see a bunch of guys screaming and yelling, but it was two guys in a special teams period, and then it was a lot of trash talking that escalated. It's just sickening, really. It's just stupidity, but I'm done with that. It's just child's play to me.
John, you talked about Trayvon Moehrig showing up when pads get on. The pads have been on. 2 pretty good practices for him.
I'm really pleased with him. I thought he did an excellent job. Very pleased with a lot of our young players. Second-year receivers marrying in the middle of our defense. Arnett had a couple good days. Trayvon Mullen is stepping his game up. So we'll go look at this tape, and I know it wasn't perfect, but pretty good against a very good offensive team. We're excited about it.
John, Kenyon Drake had a pretty nice catch for a touchdown out of the backfield today. Is that sort of what you envisioned when you brought him in?
We've done much of that at all this year. We're just going to, keep our ideas under the wraps here. We're just trying to get our guys on the field the best way we can.
More guys?
All right. Okay, guys. Have a good one.
How's it going, guys?
Kolton, shenanigans aside, a couple of pretty decent days for you guys today, getting work in.
Yeah, a lot of work. It's good to go against another team and get some competition. Seeing different moves, and I think it was really good for us. And the competition was great, aside from what happened later in the practice, but some really good work.
Is that just bound to happen in this kind of a setting? And secondly, does it show you something about your team that everyone's got each other's back? I mean, is there at least something to be said about that?
Yeah, emotions get a little bit higher when you introduce another team. But we got to, try to overcome that. But yeah, no, definitely we had each other's backs. But it's something that we don't want to get in the way of practice. You want to be able to finish practice. So obviously we could have ended it better. Yeah.
As a O-line, how do you think it went communication-wise? I know obviously you played a preseason game, but as a starting unit, you haven't played a lot of snaps against another team yet so far. Just how do you think it went overall for you guys these 2 days?
Yeah, I think it was good. They brought a different front, and we had to adjust quicker. Obviously, communication was key to get all our combinations off. It was really good work.
It wasn't very long ago that you were Alex Leatherwood coming in as a rookie starter. How do you feel he's handling that, and what's going through his mind right about now, based on what was going through your mind a few years ago?
Yeah, when I was, I remember back my rookie year, it seemed like bullets were flying, and just something you just gotta like breathe and sort of see everything. But football is what it is at the end of the day, and he's done a great job of adjusting to that and really learning and improving each day, and he's bringing the right mentality for sure. Yeah.
Well, how much more explosive, diverse, however you want to put it, can the running game be with Kenyon Drake back there with Josh now to spell him at times? And what he brings?
Just being able to feed off each other. Like Josh is going to be running down the rock, breaking tackles and finishing downfield, and Kenyon Drake's is going to be there to just finish out the game. We can really you can see with the backs, they can really work off each other, and we could be a really diverse offense.
Derek, was saying that there was a time when Aaron Donald was on the opposite, and he moved everybody over so that Alex could face him one-on-one. Did you see that, or was there ever any? What was your experiences matching up with Aaron Donald out there?
I wasn't expecting that. He also lined up on both sides, but it's just another great competition matchup to try to hone in on your technique and stop his power or his jump swims. Like, that's again great about facing other teams. Like, you see a lot of different other moves, and you really got to hone in on your technique and try to make the best of it.
Your defensive line was having a couple of nice practices as well on the other side of the field. You've seen that on a daily basis now. How is that unit coming along, would you say?
The defense has been amazing. The energy those guys bring, the type of intensity, and it really carried over into this week. And I feel like all three phases we were just, coming off the ball, and you could definitely feel a little change of energy from our side, I feel like, compared to theirs.
Hunter talked about the fact of communication with you guys, how big this week was for that, and not necessarily having to disguise as much because the defense doesn't quite know what you guys are doing. I'm just curious, with having Andre James making calls and stuff like that, how beneficial was that this week, kind of from that aspect?
Great. Again, with a different look, you have to be on top of communication, and I feel like we did a great job of that.
Back to Andre, what have you seen the last few years from him, kind of backing up Rodney, being ready to take this next step this year?
No, that's it. To see if he can still keep taking that next step like he's been doing through camp. Obviously, the biggest thing with all centers is just being able to see the fronts and know where we're going to be going. That's the biggest thing for centers, and he's physically gifted, and we've been on top communication wise. So he's been making great steps.
I know this is a work trip for you, but is it cool to come back to kind of your neck of the woods, especially with this weather?
Definitely. On the way here, you see the UCLA on your right, and I was like, oh. Even stepping off the plane, it was like 104. We were flying out, and then you step out to a nice 70. It's been a real treat. Yeah.
You guys good? All right, thanks, Paul.
Nice.
Cool. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Questions for Darren?
Darren, I know you missed a couple of weeks there. How good does it feel to get back, and how good are you feeling right now?
Yeah, it's good to be out there just, practicing, making it through the full practices. Feeling good now. Feel like I'm over the hump of the little bit of discomfort that I was feeling. So,
was there ever any worry at all, or when it first happened, or whatever it was that happened?
Yeah, nothing major. It was just frustrating because, I always want to be out there working, and it's within the last couple of years, 2019, I don't think I missed a practice. In 2020, I missed a couple during the season. So it's I want to be out there, but it's at the same time, it's maybe sometimes I do need to sit still for a little bit because it's a long season and just preparing for that.
How would you describe the energy on the last couple of days and also today with the way it finished?
Very competitive energy. A lot of egos going on out there, so, it just gets real chippy. But there were a lot of good competitive reps the last couple of days before, everything went down today. So, competing against a lot of talented guys over there on, both sides of the ball. Defense can say the same thing. So I thought people got better as far as, the football reps.
Darren, as the first team offense, obviously you all didn't play last week in the preseason game. What was it like just for you all these last couple of days getting some live reps against, somebody else's first team defense? Obviously you've been doing that in training camp, but just an opposing team and throwing some different looks at you.
Yeah, it kind of gets you in the routine, kind of gets the, the natural nerves flowing just to kind of get out there and just play football and compete. So I'm all about it, all about the process, whatever they want it to look like for us, whether we play or whether we don't. It's good to, get that live action and have somebody come up and thump you a little bit and, just get into the flow of, moving the ball. So I enjoy it.
Darren, with you being out for a couple of days, did you see any more Groper development in Foster Moreau?
Yeah. Foster making a good play every day. So, I've been watching all the film, and he's deserving of all the opportunities that he gets and will get this season. So I'm excited to watch him continue to develop. He can't ever have too many weapons, and Foster can definitely be a weapon.
Kind of along those same lines, we saw Ruggs and Edwards step up a lot when you were out as well. Just to be able to kind of change the script, how beneficial is that for them and their growth?
Yeah, it's outstanding. they saw the opportunity to, make even more plays and, took full advantage of it. And it's really exciting for me to see because, I want us to just have a well-balanced attack. You never know where you're going to get hit from because there's so many guys that can get it done, and to see them continue to go in that route where there's a lot of pressure on them as far as externally, but you just see them go out there and just focus on what they need to do and still have fun, have a smile on their face. So I'm very excited for them.
Darren, a couple of years ago, the Rams went up to Napa to practice against you guys, and you were just kind of on the verge of blossoming. That was your year, that kind of a breakout year. From your journey to this team's journey, how different does this time feel practicing against these guys?
It does feel a little bit different. Now it's like, I don't feel like I have to go out there and really prove anything to anyone. Back then I felt that a little bit, like it was like, it's an opportunity, I got to show somebody. But now it's just like, enjoying the process of getting ready for a season and knowing that, that takes enough energy and preparation in itself, not worrying about all the external things. So, it's awesome to be able to reflect on 2 years ago and see how far we've come, but at the same time, it's always, something to get better at.
The team itself, though, do you feel like it looks a little bit different now compared to then?
Yeah, a lot of, young guys that are ready to take that next step, guys that are just have those championship aspirations and know that, everybody has that aspiration, but now we have guys that really know what it's like to work towards it. That's where I feel like the development has come from in the last 2 years.
Darren, is it more of a bummer to be yanked off the field because of the fight that happened, or did you guys get enough work done that you needed to at this point?
I would have liked to finish practice for sure, because the best reps, in my opinion, are the ones where you really are tired, and that's when, chances where, more errors or, your lack of technique at the end can show a little bit, and you can really grow from that. So I would like to finish strong, but there were a lot of competitive reps. There was a whole lot of reps yesterday to go through and count on. So I'm content with what we did, but I would have liked to be able to finish.
Okay, so
what are your first impressions of Merrick, and how's he grown throughout camp and this last couple days?
Yeah, just a very calm presence about him. It's not like he doesn't have to be loud or anything, but at the same time, he just lets his play do the talking. And those are the kind of guys that, I just, respect from the gate, because, it's a very ego-driven game, as you can see. Everybody's fighting and everything, but you got guys like him that can just be quiet, like quiet assassins, and just go out there and just handle their job, and I just respect that so much. But yeah, I'm just excited to see him get out there and just patrol center field and go red line to red line.
Great. Thank you, Darren.
Thanks, guys.
I need to grab one of these?
No, you're good.
All right, good.
Josh, you sent out a tweet that you loved this team. Did any of that have to do with kind of how everyone had each other's back these last couple of days?
Definitely about how the whole situation was handled. If you look at our guys and you see how we reacted, and you see they guys and how they just let some things happen, I like the fact that our team got the fighting spirit, and not only that, but they had each other's back. So yeah, it was definitely huge.
The fights aside, how much did you get out of these last couple of days, you and the team?
I think we're a lot better than what we give ourselves credit, but it's also still too early to tell. We still in camp mode, still trying to grind it out. But you see little flashes of big plays and special things. So it's just about keeping it consistent and doing it on a higher level.
What's impressed you about BJ and Trey's games?
Well, they both nice, man. The thing that I'll say impressed me the most is them coming in and just learning how fast they're picking up the playbook. How you could tell that they're really locked in to want to make the team, and they give everything they got every day at practice. And they're coachable guys too. You know what I'm saying? You can go over there and you talk to them and tell them about a mistake they made, and they don't make it twice. So I think that's the biggest thing that I see from them.
Josh, I know you're probably going to get tired of us asking about Alex Leatherwood, but you do run right behind him. And you've seen the progress over the last month or so. You've going over to OTAs. How has that progress been?
Yeah, you can tell he's getting a little more comfortable playing right tackle, because the footwork is a little different from college. And I actually had a talk with him yesterday. I was like, man, this is not college where either you got a fast guy or you got a powerful guy. Like, these dudes can do it both, you know what I'm saying? And they can do it at a high level. So it's just about comfortability for him. He's getting in the flow of things, and he's starting to look a lot better.
Josh, how explosive can this offense be when you and Kenyon are both doing what you do?
Yeah, man, I mean, this is sky's the limit, honestly. You see a lot of guys creating a lot of plays. You see Kenyon catching a lot of balls out the backfield, making some good runs and things like that. I think if we stay healthy, it's going to be a special year for both of us.
Speaking of health, look like you got a little banged up there. They were working on you.
Yeah,
You all right?
I got hit and my boys, you feel me? So, yeah.
Your voice went up a little bit.
Man, look, I was down there trying to breathe. I couldn't breathe for a second.
Up to that point where you got hit there, I mean, what has the experience been like? You know, you've gone several months and where you guys, there's not only so much contact you make in practice, and finally you guys are out there getting physical. What's that experience been like the last couple of days?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun because, like I said, I normally don't even strap on my helmet for practice because we thug, but we don't hit hard enough. You know what I'm saying? So we came out there, we got a little physical. It was just made it fun for me. It felt like a game, and it really brought the energy and the juice to practice that we needed. It's been fun to me. I can't really wait till the season starts. I don't know how this preseason gonna go, like if I'm a player or not, but I'm ready for the season to start for sure.
It seems like that's part of your game, being physical, and you have to kind of turn it off in practice, and you have to turn it right back on when the game starts. Is that difficult at all, or?
It's just being a pro. It's just being a pro, just coming in and knowing when picking and choosing when to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like when I run hard, and then when I get by the guys, I'll slow down. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to hurt anybody. But yeah, man, it's just about being a pro. Really, this year I've been leaving a couple people this year with running, so I'm like, all right, we cut a couple pounds, like 10 pounds, so we'll see how it play out.
I saw yesterday Jalen came up, knocked the helmet off, but you had a big smile on your face.
Yeah, because I know that he didn't do a malicious shot. You know what I'm saying? Or it would have been a different reaction. It wasn't even like that. Like, he didn't even hit me hard. It was just I ain't really have my helmet strapped up, so that was on me. You know what I'm saying? I went up to him right after. I'm like, you good? You know what I'm saying? And so I knew it wasn't no type of player. So I didn't want him to be like labeled as a dirty player when I knew it wasn't like that. Yeah.
Josh, you were kind of talking about how you feel like you're better than what you guys give yourselves credit for. Do you think that the Rams could have potentially underestimated you guys coming in?
I feel like a lot of teams do. I feel like either they underestimate us or we get their best shot. And really, I don't know. I don't like to say it's really about other teams. I really feel like it's just about us. However we put our mind to, and however we wake up and decide what we have on our agenda to do that day. And we kind of had it on our mind that we was gonna come in and, you know what I'm saying, and be the team. And it felt like a home game. You know, you see all the little fans and stuff, all Raiders gear. But in all seriousness, we just try to come in and work every day, and trying to get to that next level. And I feel like a lot of additions that we added to this team is definitely gonna help us get there.
On the other side of the ball, but any impressions so far of the rookie Nate Hobbs?
I love it, dude. So he be right next to me all the time, like in the locker room. He like not too far. But I mean, I love him. I love his energy. I just love the way he play the game. I mean, he has that never quit attitude, like wanting to be a better player, and he fly around. I mean, you can see the confidence in his game. I just try to talk to him every chance I get, tell him he's doing a good job, and just to keep stacking days. So yeah, man, I'm excited to see a lot of them rookies, especially the DBs. They've been playing pretty good. So I try to stay in the ear a little bit, you know what I'm saying, tell them I notice them, and just to keep improving. Yeah.
Anything else? Great. Thanks, Sean.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, man.